Morning, and thanks for everybody being here and watching on the internet as well. I'm John Frawley, and we're here at Second Chances Garage in Frederick, Maryland. By way of introduction, let me tell you a little bit about Second Chances. We empower families and with financial challenges to achieve economic and personal independence through car ownership and provide low-cost auto repair to keep their cars that they own on the road. Now, we do this in several ways. If a family or individual is financially challenged and they own a vehicle, we'll repair it for only $60 an hour plus parts. Now, that's far cheaper than most repair shops. Our Dwayne Myers from Dynamic is here, so he'll excuse me for saying that, but it is true. Secondly, we take vehicles that are donated to us, repair them, and sell them to the general public to help support the charity. But more importantly, the best of the donated vehicles are placed in our program. Now, this is where a family or individual is referred to us by one of our 70 partner agencies in Frederick County. And if they qualify, we award them a Maryland-inspected car with free repairs for 6 months, lifetime oil changes, for only $500 plus title and tags, which brings it up to about $780. A perfect example of this program is Brian. Brian is here in the back, and he had a car that was really viable not to fix anymore. He donated it to us, and we put him in this Ford Explorer out here. He comes to us from Justice Jobs of Maryland, and we were able to put him in that 2000 Ford Explorer this February. Then we took his old car, spent quite a bit of money on it to fix it, and donated it gave it to another family. So that's how this whole donated car thing works. And it's so important. If you have an unused car in your garage, we would love to have it. Check us out on the web at scgarage.org. Every donated vehicle is used right here in Frederick County. Now, that's who we are. And why we're here today is we're here to receive a very special award from the state of Maryland, and here to make the presentation of Second Chances founders, we're pleased to welcome Maryland's Comptroller, Peter Franchot.
I have these much coveted Comptroller medallions.
Whoa! We get a tax break with that?
Yeah. I'm told if you get pulled over, though, you might show it to the state police. They might help you out. But I am, proud to be your Comptroller for 16 years. And my great predecessor, Louis Goldstein, used to hand out gold coins. So people asked me, what about you? His were plastic, because Louis was pretty cheap. I like these medallions because they remind me of challenge coins when I was in the military. So, John, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brian, can you come up and let me present you something? And thank you for participating in this program. And God bless you. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, I'll give you my cell phone number so you can stay in touch with me. Rick and Cindy, can I give you one of these also? Yeah, because, this is a fabulous volunteer, small program at its beginning. But because of all of you standing here and others in this area, you've turned it into something really emblematic of what makes Maryland a great place and frankly our country to be a great place. So I'm just here as your Comptroller to present the William Schaefer Helping People Award to Rick and Cindy and all of you. But it reminds me when I was first elected, I was a big advocate of the Earned Income Tax Credit Program. What's that? It's a very valuable anti-poverty tool. It's complicated. It's one of these document-rich federal programs. But once you get into it, you essentially are paid by the federal government and the state government. Everything you're paid in taxes gets returned to you. And we had a press conference with one of the recipients, a young woman who got $2,000 back from the Earned Income Tax Credit. I mean, it's the biggest check. A lot of folks at the lower wage earning level, it's the biggest check they have seen in years. And so I just said casually, well, what did you do with the $2,000? She said, I bought a used car. And it allowed me to go 15 miles from where I live and apply for a job that is paying me what I deserve. It's a family supporting salary. And basically it brought tears to people's eyes. So flash forward 16 years, we're now doing, paying homage really to what you all created with a very small number of folks. You, as I said, I think you've done something unbelievably innovative and much better than the Earned Income Tax Credit because it's community-based. And the reason I like it is the government's not very good at that. Government, frankly, well, let me just, in my own defense, say, on March 10th, I reported a $7.5 billion surplus from the state of Maryland, so it's not like we're lacking money. I also then casually mentioned, why don't we have a gas tax holiday for 90 days? You know, it's the least we can do. And the governor nicely picked it up, Governor Hogan. You know, I'm a Democrat, he's a Republican, but I happen to think he's a rational, functioning, adult, mature human being. But he, you know, picked it up and said he thought it was a good idea. And a couple of legislative leaders got involved, so we ended up with the 30 days. It should have been 90 days, but it's been wildly successful. 2,300 gas stations in the state lowered the price of gas by 36 cents. And people appreciate it. And we've also got a lot of people from Pennsylvania coming in to shop. They're going after cheap gas. The pension system is almost fully funded. I've moved the tax date 3 years in a row now from April 15th to July 15th. And that's proven to be very beneficial to small businesses. So the issue is that the state is prosperous, but we're not very good at getting help to people who really need it. We mostly give it to, as far as I can tell, people that are represented by accountants and lawyers and lobbyists. That's who gets the relief money. But the little person, but people that need a little bit of mobility in their lives in order to function, they're not included. And so that's why this program has really caught our eye. And John, I just want to thank you. The award is the William Donald Schaefer Helping People Award. Frankly, you know, William Donald Schaefer was the Babe Ruth of Maryland politics. He was a 4-term mayor of Baltimore. He was a 2-term governor. And he was the 2-term incumbent comptroller, who I defeated. But I honor him, and we've given these awards out for 10 years. And we give it to the most unbelievable groups like yours that represent empathy for people, and knowledge that not everybody has access to the metro system. And buses, you know, we have some problems with buses arriving on time. And it's difficult to get from A to B. So you need a car. I don't care where you live, you need a car to be financially independent. So anyway, Governor Schaefer had zero regard for me because, you know, we were competitors. But he loved my mother, who was a Rosie Riveter in World War II. So I synced my mother on him. She was in Georgia at the time, so she wrote him little pen notes. And but I'm here really to honor his legacy because he really, he was a hammer, let me put it that way. He was like a sledgehammer on government bureaucracy. And he used to have these big cabinet meetings when he was mayor of Baltimore, and he'd say to his team, gentlemen, when I was being driven in today by the security people, we ran over a big pothole in Baltimore City. You got to go fix it. Absolutely, sir. Everybody would be like, okay, where is it? And he would say, that's for you guys to come. Go out there and do it. So that's the William Donald Schaefer Helping People Award that I am so pleased to be here. I'm so pleased that you're able to provide the 2,000 low-income families in Frederick County that don't really have any hope of ever being mobile. You offer them something that perhaps they can be. God bless. And you give them hope. And by providing vehicles to low-income wage-earning people and families, that provides an effort, a path forward to independent living. And you're giving people something that's very American, which is freedom of the. My dad passed away a few years ago. He was 97 years old. He owned a car at the end of his life. It was in the parking lot of the retirement home. He was parking lot. And I'd say, Dad, what do you mean that? He said, for me, automobile represents freedom. You finally got a fender bender in the parking lot. Anyway, the ability to drive is a privilege that many of us take for granted. Without a car, we're limited to access to food, education, healthcare, and of course, job opportunities. Second Chances Garage not only gives people reliable transportation, but a chance to greatly improve their lives. And everyone who's here today took the initiative to make their community better. That's why we thought of you when we were thinking about who we should give this to, Governor William Schaefer's memory. And so I'm very confident that the 279 vehicles, and maybe more now, provided to families through Second Chances Garage have had a positive impact. I know that. Not everybody likes getting on a bus, if you can find it. And people who are standing here before me, you embody the altruistic motives that represent the foundation of the William Schaefer Helping People Award. I'm delighted to present it. The actual award is here. Yep. Ready? Yep. This is from the state of Maryland, the Second Chances Garage, on the occasion of being awarded the 2021 William Schaefer Helping People Award for Frederick County, with heartfelt appreciation for your commitment to providing low-income individuals with refurbished vehicles that enables them to earn a living. Since 2010, nearly 300 people have received reliable transportation that leads to job security, life-saving health care, access to healthy and affordable food. Our sincere best wishes for many more years, helping people live independently and thrive, presenting this 21st day of April 2022. And John, if you can come up and accept this on behalf of the, I don't know, what do you want to
Give it to the founders.
Don't take it home, put it up on the wall.
Oh, we will. We will.
Who are the board members here? If you all could come up and get a picture with us, I would be grateful. And I know Rick and Cindy want to say something about it.
Come on, Katie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And John is our sales and service manager.
Yeah, no, you guys are something special. Oh, yeah, good to see you. Yeah. Okay, you guys, yeah, very good to see you. Thank you for everything. Thank you, guys.
Hold the front, blow up. Yeah, there you go.
All right, here's the 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Is there anyone else, elected officials? Ken, come on up. Come on up, Delegate Young. My goodness, I didn't see you there.
They snuck in. They were having coffee across the street.
Great to see you guys. Yeah. No, I want each of these wonderful elected officials, delegates now, but senators later or whatever, but I want you guys to say a word. Let's get a picture.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do a couple here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This here. One of these ought to come out right. Okay. You're gonna blind spot find tonight.
John, I think I botched your whole program, so if you want to have, I do want to have Ken and Linda say something. Karen, I'm sorry. Come on up and say something, because you represent these. Let's stay up here, guys.
Well, good morning. I think it's still morning. I'm Delegate Karen Lewis Young. I represent District 3A in the Maryland General Assembly and House of Delegates. 3A is the city of Frederick and an amoeba around it. I say amoeba because it's not a circle. Anyway, I'm happy to be here today. I have been following this endeavor for years. And when it first started up, I thought, what a great concept. And I'm so delighted to see it grow. You know, as we really focus on trying to help the most vulnerable among us, what are their needs? I mean, obviously shelter, food, health care, but they need transportation, as the Comptroller said. so they can get to a job interview, so that they can get to work, so that they can take their children to doctors and dental appointments. So transportation is so critical, and we greatly appreciate what you've done, how you've grown, how you've communicated your efforts, and the large group of supporters that you have you've recruited to help with that effort. So again, happy to be here today, and thank you so much for your great work.
Thank you. Ken Kerr, I have kind of a special thing, even though he's not endorsing me for governor. That's okay. That's okay, because that's politics. But my mother, who I mentioned, lived an unbelievable life. Her maiden name was Kerr, or Carr, as she used to pronounce it. So I have a little affinity with my good friend, Ken Kerr. Ken, welcome. I'm delighted you're here.
Thank you. Thanks for having this today, Mr. Comptroller. This is a well-deserved award. You know, when you look at Frederick City, it's a lovely place to live. It's a lovely place to work. The problem is that so many people who work here can't afford to live here. And the only way that we can make this work, it's like the three-legged stool. We did some really good things in the legislature a couple of years ago by increasing the minimum wage. It's on its way to $15, which is looking like it's probably not going to be enough. So we may have to go back and revisit that. The other thing is to work on affordable housing. And the other part is to work on transportation. And we all have to cooperate together to make these things happen, to make Frederick a viable, livable place for everyone who loves living here and working here. And thank you so much for being a partner in this and providing affordable transportation so that people can make the economy work. And just delighted to be here today, and so excited about what you're doing here, and so supportive of it. So thanks very much.
I just wanted to thank everyone who supported Second Chances Garage from our beginning in 2010, when it was just Cindy and I in this little shop working 2 days a week for no pay. And so I have to thank Cindy so much, because she was able to keep my ideas from going too wild and crazy and keeping them on track so we could actually get something done. And I have to thank all our current and past board members for the work they did to keep this operation just together and growing, because from that little 2 bays next door, we've been able to expand into this and add employees. I'm just so excited to be able to say that Second Chances Garage employs people, and we've actually been able to grow it. So I can't thank everybody enough. So for all you that participated in any way, there are just so many names I can't. We'd be here for an hour if I was to.
How about the sponsors? Who donated some? I need a
well,
private sector.
Yeah, we've got some great sponsors. Dynamic Automotive that's given us so much assistance in getting cars repaired and ready. Gear Wrench, a Maryland company here, has donated thousands of dollars worth of tools and toolboxes to us. Rice Tire helps us with tires. Interstate Battery gives us a new battery for every program car that we do. And so these companies see the value of getting people back on the road and getting people to better jobs, and
training apprentices.
Yes. Training apprentices. That's Lester has been. Lester he started here as an apprentice out of CTC here in Frederick, and he was such a great person. We hired him as soon as we could get him out of school. So thank you again. So thank you again.
Cindy, you want to say a word?
Well, I
I mean, I stand here today and I think 12 years ago, when we first started this, I thought, I mean, there were days I'm like, I don't know if this is ever going to get off the ground, but it did. And look at the impact that you all are having. We just thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do something special with you, so stay afloat, stay optimistic. I know everybody wants to get everybody into public transit and all that. Frankly, cars are going to be with us forever. So you've got to, you know, some of them may be electric, I guess, but I'm talking about the future. We're going, you know, think of what my dad said when he drove around the parking lot. He said, a car is like, for me, America. And I think that's part of our culture. So this idea and this experiment and this model should have complete confidence that they're going to have the state of Maryland as a partner. Because,
Great.
you know,
Thank you.
we need you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, Linda, you want to say a word on behalf of the board?
On behalf of the board, well, I've been a member of the board since January. There are certainly many other members who have been at this a much longer time. So we're happy to have you as a partner and the state as a partner. And we look forward to continuing our relationship with all the people who are here.
Thanks everybody for joining us here and on the internet, and we really appreciate Comptroller Franchot to stop by and our representatives as well. Thank you all so much. Thanks.